Hello, people of the internet. My name is Vaatia. And I'm back with another juicy little video for you guys. Since my last video, thank you so much for the support, by the way. I've been trying to work on the prologue of my current animation project, One Big Fantasy. And good news, I'm only 2 minutes away from being finished with the final product. I'll have to put on an official casting call for voice actors soon, but I'll get back to that topic later on in the video. But since I've been trying to focus on getting that project done, I figured today's video could be a little more laid back, where I spend a little time out of the day to do a little bit of art and just ramble to you guys and tell you what I'm up to next. You guys still here, right? Okay, phew, let's keep going. So lately, my social life has been pretty dry and boring ever since the quarantine, but that's mostly because I'm a professional introvert that doesn't leave the house ever also. It's weird. Before the lockdown, in order to remove me from my home, you'd have to use a crowbar to get me from desperately clinging onto the door frame screaming and kicking. But now, it's getting kind of boring over here. Plus, the weather is starting to warm up, and it's perfect beach weather. It's very tempting. But as much as I like going to the beach, I also like not having my family members sick, so yeah. On the bright side though, we don't have to work on our summer bodies, you guys. High five. I'm too lazy to reach you. Like I said before, I've been spending this time working on One Big Fantasy, making notes, trying to come up with good ideas for the channel, and more art-related stuff. I wish I could just show you guys how far I've come with the prologue by just showing off the whole thing to you, but then I would just spoil the surprise. So instead, let's just stick to today's art. For today's art, I wanted to work on a couple of drawings of a couple of different fantasy creatures I personally love and thought would be interesting to draw for the video. I also wanted to try and stick to a color palette for each drawing, just because I thought it would be a little extra challenge for the video. For the 3 color palettes I'm using in this video, I picked them all off of Color Hunt, which is a really great website for finding great color palettes. It's really helpful for someone like me who doesn't know the first thing about making good color combinations. So, I'll leave a link in the description down below for you guys just in case you're interested in using it too. Also, I'm planning on putting these 3 wonderful drawings of mine on the brand new Instagram account I made. Links in the description down below. And when I say new account, I mean haven't uploaded on it about for a year now and had one drawing on it to begin with, so it's basically new in that definition account. This is my first time using Instagram for art. Instagram has always been just one of those social media sites that I've always heard of and had friends who've used it, but just never really thought of using it myself, which I really don't know what took me so long to hop on board this app. I swear, it's always been such a struggle for me to catch up on what's usually trending. While most people are usually finishing up their beloved TV shows with the multiple seasons and hour-long episodes, I'm on the first episode of that show, wondering why the heck it took me so long to find this gem of a show. Before I got more serious about my art, social media was really not that interesting for me. I'm pretty much more of a YouTube girl in terms of which social media sites I like. In fact, I probably use YouTube for more hours combined than what most people who use every social media site would use in a day. The reason I'm just now trying out Insta is because I want to try and experiment with new platforms to see if it'll help out with finding and connecting with other artists and animators out there. By the way, if you're an artist on Insta, then feel free to leave your Insta name in the comments below. I honestly would love to see your wonderful art and the wonderful style that comes along with it. Plus, I literally have no one to follow on Insta, so my Insta's pretty dry. I'm currently only using Twitter to publish and show off my art, and Twitter's fine and all, but Twitter's probably not the best place to use for an artist to gain exposure. While Twitter does have a lot of useful things like hashtags and retweeting, Instagram just seems to have so much more to offer for me, like stories, live streaming, a better search system to find certain art easier, and this button. You might be wondering why I'm only trying out Instagram. Why not give, let's say, DeviantArt a try? Well, let's just say I have some dead accounts on DeviantArt from when I was younger, just lingering around in the endless void of what we call the internet, and found out from using it that DeviantArt is just not for me. But for the dear mercy of God, let's just let the dead stay dead, okay? Hopefully, this move to Instagram will be a good change. I'll still be using Twitter to upload art posts and updates on my progress of my projects, but I think for now, I'm gonna be focusing more on Insta because it's a fresher account, you know? And finally, my thoughts on the casting call for One Big Fantasy's prologue. I'm happy to say that you'll most likely be seeing a casting call coming out for the prologue either this or next month. I'm currently working on creating the casting call club page for it. It's just a matter of putting together the rules and requirements. I'll also, of course, make another shorter video to break down all the juicy deeds about the available roles and all the rules and stuff when that fateful day finally arrives. I just wanted a chance to update you guys on that situation. Currently, there's only 3 main roles that are going to be available in the audition. Like I said, this is just a prologue to the story. The main character hasn't even shown up yet. But there'll be a lot more colorful roles to be filled as the show progresses, especially in the first episode. So if you're interested in being a part of the project, and it turns out you don't like the roles that are on the table so far, just give it a little bit of time. But that's all the information I have about the casting call right now for you guys. All of my social media accounts will be linked up in the description down below, including the Instagram account I started using. Don't forget to leave me your wonderful Instagram name, and have a beautiful day inside. See you guys next week. Bye!